Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Smirak. I come from Czech Republic, which is not Chechnya. It's the Central Europe, and I also work for a large company. Henrik, I guess I was on the same project. Because that fascinates me that although we come from different parts of the world and different businesses, the experiences are so similar. The conclusions are so similar. And when I started 15 years ago, I sort of felt completely in love with Java and design patterns. I read all the volumes of pattern languages, and I quickly realized that actually the biggest problem is not to solve technical issues or technical problems, design the right system. The biggest challenge was how to develop something that meets the expectations. So the stress of late deliveries, not properly tested system, integration issues, then the customer was still disappointed at the end. So I started thinking how to organize better rather in the complex environment, because I started working for Borland a long time ago, and it was also globally distributed, US, Russia, Czech Republic, Germany. And then when I met Tieto, it was a very large, complex 3G mobile network system I worked on. And we were much more successful at that time than any other project which followed the official processes which we had in the company and our customer had in their company. Very well described. And so people started asking, hey guys, what did you do differently? I thought we were pretty lousy. But compared to them, they saw very big progress and success. So I started, together with my colleagues, I started giving some lectures in agile way of working, and I realized that this is what I love. Being with people, changing the way they work, and this change of behavior is something that we soon connected to Lean, and picked up the key principles from Lean and changed the meaning of the tools in the way they serve to change people's behavior. So soon I realized that actually this is the key theme I would like to continue gathering experiences and helping people with. And if I show now briefly what has happened last 15 years and what type of experiences in less than 10 minutes, then what I would point out is that inside my company in Tieto, we actually trained or coached more than 3,000 people so far, which consists of hundreds of projects, most of them globally distributed across Europe. And what I especially liked those 10-15 years was the cooperation at the global scale with other companies inside innovative and research programs. Like in Finland, we have a DIVID program called Cloud Software Finland. And there we meet companies like Telia, Sonera, Ericsson, and Nokia, Siemens Networks, universities, Aalto University, and in Helsinki area, and others. And together we are thinking about why simple things are so difficult to do in reality. I mean, we read the Scrum book more than 15 years ago, right? And things seems to be so simple and so crystal clear when you read them on paper. Also, the ideas that we have been discussing within many programs and many gatherings like this ones, which I really love. I love to be on the sessions like these. We have the same experience, we have the same conclusions. They are very simple, like Henrik presented. But when we go back to the office, things are running so fast and the stress is so high that we continue doing the routine. The answer is we are so much connected and dependent in this complex environment that to introduce the change is not so simple. And when we have our own team, or when we are only ones who are involved in the game, then it's just about you, right? You have things under control, so it's easy to change. I can remind how many of you promised during the new year? How many of you promised to quit smoking, for instance, or lose 10 kilograms, or, you know, for instance, I don't own the driving license, and every new year I promise this year I will go for a driving license. So even in our own case, when we are the only ones, we very often fail to change the behavior. And we continue doing the same things all the time, although we know it's not good to smoke and it's not so good to eat this fatty meal, but we continue doing that. In software delivery these days, it's not only one person, it's not only 10 people, it's much more. 20, 50, 500, 5,000. Our organization is almost 20,000 people. So it's a very large and complex environment. And the society, our country has 10 million people. And you want to change something in the country, right? And every year you choose the politicians that are saying that they change the world, they change the country to be the best, so you have the best conditions. Nothing happened. Every 5 years the company is changing strategy, everything will work great, right? But it's not so simple. You can put it on a paper, but in reality it's not so simple. What we have learned over those 10 years that putting people together from different parts of the value chain, value stream, where you start discussing one reality, what is the problem, and then making joint conclusion brings not the perfect result, but brings the first step forward. And then it's like a ladder that you make the first step, and then you think of what is the next step we should execute. So you do this next second step all together. This is very important. When I started 10, 15 years ago, and we changed our way of one team in Austria to work according Agile, it was a little bit better, but nothing significantly changed if the rest of the company worked the same way. And we could only blame the Finns or US people that it's their fault. And that's usually happening when we come to a project for the first time and we talk to the people and we interview them. Everybody's saying, hey, if you just change those guys, could you do it for us? If you just change them, then our world will be perfect. We are great. So every project that we were analyzing, if you went unit by unit, team by team, person by person, everybody was saying, yeah, I'm doing fine. If you could just tell the guys next to me so they do the good job. And the guy next to you is sales guy, it's a manager upstairs, one floor up, or it's the CEO of the company, or in the best case, it's a customer. Right? It's always a customer. So if you just do it separately with all the people, everybody will say, just change the other guy. When we gathered all the people together, and we started talking about one reality, there we used lean tools like value stream mapping, to talk about the reality from the beginning till the end. You might know the story of blind men who are taking care of an elephant. So if you ask a blind man, hey guys, just check this creature, this being. It's either flower or it's an animal. Just make your decision what it is and take care of it so it grows. And one guy touched the leg. Oh, it's a tree. Give me some water and then it will grow. The other guy touched the trunk. And then the conclusion we make are based on our limited understanding of the reality. We just see our immediate surrounding reality, and then we make a conclusion based on that. That's why we do the value stream mapping with different roles, different people from the very beginning till the end. And our ambition is very simple. Just to make the first step. Think about the vision, where we want to go. Yes, to know the big picture, but execute in small steps. Like climbing the ladder. and then you think again. So that was one of the tools that we used, and we heavily tailored the lean tools and adopted the lean principles in IT, in our industry. The aim is very simple. If we can change the thinking inside our programmers community, that we kind of stop thinking that the management must change, that the management must adopt agile thinking, and it must be also the corporate who is doing the same thing. If we stop asking our customers to change as well, but we do it together, then we learn that things start changing. Not dramatically overnight, but step by step they become better. If we do it together. That's the basic point, what we do.
Okay, thank you very much.